Okay, boy, this is another what the hell was that kind of movie. And I will say, not in as good a way as Sweet Sweet Lonely Girl did it. Okay, so Lake Bodom. Bodom, Bottom, Bodom. I don't know. The original title of this movie is just Bodom. Bottom. I, I don't speak Finnish, so I'm probably the wrong person to be trying to pronounce that. And I will say, I was excited to see my first Finnish horror film. I don't think I've ever seen a Finnish movie. Okay, well, it was interesting. I'll give it that. I can't say this was a bad movie, but it. I think it was trying to be a little too extra, and that's kind of where we hit a snag. Because this movie starts being one thing, then yeah, it twists and starts doing something else, but then it twists again, and then it twists again, and it's just like I was on board for the first twist. That was pretty standard. It was expected, something like that. Okay, I was good there. Second twist, I thought, yeah, added something. I was good there. Third twist, I was now like, is that necessary? That twist wasn't even really connected to anything else. The other ones were at least building on each other. This one just hits you out of left field, and now we're in a traditional slasher film. Which, okay, sure, but um, I guess I sort of telegraphed it earlier, a little, but it still feels too out of the blue, I guess. Okay, so in order to talk properly about Lake Bodom, I gotta spoil the shit out of this thing. And yeah, uh, before I get to the spoilers, I'll just give the premise here. A group of friends, well, two guys that are friends and two girls that are friends that just happen to be going together, are heading up to Lake Bodom, where there was a massacre of, well, at least a mass killing of there's like four people who were brutally killed up at the lake in the 60s, based on true events. That actually happened. Anyway, they never found the guy who did it, and so these kids want to go up there and do some reenactments, take some pictures, see if they can piece something together. Okay, I'm on board there. But when tensions start getting high amongst the friends and someone starts killing them, yeah, that's the basic plot. And spoilers for Twist Un Dun or Trois is gonna come in a second. Uh, when I really go into this, the meat of this one. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one just a 5 MacGuffins because it was fine. The characters were interesting, I will say that. But the fact that the last bit just seems a bit too much. I can't really say it. It wasn't in the same way that it elevated it. It just extended it. That is all it really did. And this movie's already only an hour and 25 minutes, so it feels tacked on just to make it to theatrical length, really. Okay. Let's see. So, I'm giving this one 5 MacGuffins. It's average. Give it there. Alright. So, spoilers for Lake Bodom. Now, we got a cast of all 4 people. Uh, Ida Maria, Nora, Elias, and Ate. Sorry if I'm pronouncing those names wrong. Again, I don't speak Finnish. Um, Ate is obsessed with the this murder and is really wanting to go recreate it. He's kind of pawing at pictures of it, kind of obsessed. Uh, Elias is just going because he wants the girls to go. He wants to get one of them alone to talk to her. You assume it's Nora. It's not Nora, but he's pretty much having a thing with Nora at the moment. Now, Nora is friends with Ida Marie, or Ida? Ida? I think it's Ida. Ida's lives in a very religious family, and she's with a very strict, possibly abusive father. So she eventually it took her a while to get leave to go on this weekend thing. But, well, actually, it's mostly she tells her family that she's just going to go hang out with Nora, so she's sneaking up there for this. Yeah. Okay. So, this isn't part of the twist, but one of the reasons that she's so at odds right now is naked pictures of Ida have been spread around the school, and that's why she's humiliated her family, is what the family says, but she essentially was passed out and someone took pictures of her. So she's the victim, but her family's victim blaming, and the whole school's has now seen these pictures. So you think she's just going on there to get away and spend time with some of her actual friends. Wow. So they go up there, they start looking around, start looking at, then going to some of the sites for the killer or whatnot. You kind of makes it sound like they bamboozled the girls into coming up here because they apparently they claimed there was a cabin. There's no cabin. They're just camping out. So it looks like the girls were tricked into coming up here to do this. Ah, but not so as we reach twist numero 1. Now, people start turning up dead as something seems to be happening in the woods. The group starts getting separated, and Ate gets himself stabbed. Meanwhile, Nora and Elias, and then Nora seems to be off in the woods lost. Elias and Ida start running through, being stalked by some figure. But so that part isn't really so much the twist as the bodies start piling up. That was expected. The twist is Nora's the one stabbing people. Why is she stabbing people? Because her and Ida actually were the ones who duped the boys into coming up here, essentially by, well, more or less being ready and available and make it seem like, but they wanted to get them away to kill them because apparently Elias was the one who spread the naked pictures of Ida. So it's revenge, it is. Well, however, just before he gets stabbed, Elias wanted to talk to her because he apparently has a thing for Ida and says that the pictures aren't real. He says that, have you seen the pictures? No one's actually seen them. Everyone just says they've seen them. But then he gets killed. So, the twist is the girls lured them up there to kill them. So, and they begin disposing of the bodies. So, which in and of itself, okay, would have been fine as is. But, the second twist, I will say, worked for me also. Now, when they're driving back, after having properly disposed of the bodies, with having a little bit extra of having to go back for the keys, which were on one of the bodies, they just dumped in the lake there, so, oops, have to go back and get those. Anyway, so, the second twist comes out as they're talking in the car, and Ida asks Nora, are the pictures real? You're the one who says you saw the pictures. And they talk back and forth, argue a little bit, and oh, the pictures aren't real. Nora was just jealous of her spending time with Elias, because Nora has a thing for Ida. Uh-oh. Which also involves Nora hitting Ida in the face with a wrench during this period. I don't know how that was supposed to help things, but, you know, it happened. So, okay, second twist. I was down with that one. I kind of saw it coming, but I was down with it. So, they essentially wrecked their car as they were fighting. Now, the third twist comes when a guy comes to tow them out. And, well, he's the killer from the 60s. I'll just say it right out. And he pretty much just starts towing them, but starts driving recklessly, whiplashing them all over. They're fishtailing back and forth. They flip over. He's still going. And proceeds to start killing Nora and after having dredged all their bodies out and is just doing freaky things there. Yeah, those scenes just seemed extra. They didn't feel earned. Yeah, that's the right term here. It's kind of the best I can get there. I will say I like the very end, that worked, where no one believes Ida. Everyone thinks Ida killed everyone she went up there with, as no one could find any giant with his dog that she claimed to have, and she just showed up covered in blood, and the other bodies were found. So, and then you start another group going up there talking about what happened to them, and they want to go up to the lake and investigate themselves. So it's like a here we go again kind of thing. And that one was a fun one, but the rest of the film didn't quite get there for me. And it's really because of that third twist. It just is like, okay, I was on board with everything else, but this just comes out of nowhere, and I don't know. It's just something about how it went down, how it the guy just shows up in the middle of the road. They crash. He hooks a tow truck to them and just everything starts going crazy. It's like, why were they suddenly afraid of this guy? I mean, yeah, it's a little creepy, but at first he just seems like a handyman. And I mean, they did start talking about thought they saw lights or a guy in the woods. So they kind of telegraphed that he was there, but like once or twice. Anyway, five MacGuffins. It was interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing more Finnish films. I mean, the character of Ida I really liked. I was on board with a lot of this, but it this one could have been a 6, maybe even gotten to a 7 if it just held its shit together a little bit more. But otherwise, it's worth seeing at least once. I'll give it a 5. Okay, that's all for right now. Hopefully, I'll get back to watching some of my own collection soon, and on the weekends I'll still probably dabble into the Shutter backlog just because I'm interested now. Okay. Have a good day, Void.